Okay, hi everyone, welcome to this video on balancing equations. So this is something that I find a lot of students struggle with, but the thing is, balancing equations is very much trial and error. There's no magic way of knowing the answer by looking at the equation. You actually have to work it out step by step, back and forth, rub it off. Okay, that one didn't work, let's try something else. And the more you practice, the better and the quicker you will get at doing this. Okay, so let's start off with a couple of examples. So I'm going to start with Na plus Cl2 goes to NaCl. Okay, Cl2, chlorine, it's got a little 2 there because chlorine exists as something called a diatomic molecule, di meaning 2. So when it's on its own, it's always got a little 2. So here, chlorine doesn't have a little 2 at the end because it's actually attached to sodium, so that's fine. But when it is on its own like this, it exists as a diatomic molecule. So that's just something to bear in mind when you're writing symbol equations. And it's the same thing for O2, F2, Br2. They all exist as diatomic molecules. Okay, let's start then. I am going to draw a little table because I just find this really helps me in order to balance them. So, first thing to do is actually write out all the elements that exist in this symbol equation. So we've got sodium, Na, and we've got Cl. Okay, so let's count left-hand side, right-hand side. So on the left of the arrow, how many sodiums do we have? We have just the 1. How many chlorines do we have? We have 2, because that little 2 means there's 2 chlorines. This does not mean there's 2 sodiums. These two elements are completely separate because that positive symbol is in the middle. Here, sodium and chlorine are attached, so they get affected differently, whereas this is on its own, so we've got 2 chlorines. Now, on the right, we've got 1 sodium and we've got 1 chlorine. If there's no number in front, that means that there's just 1 of them. Okay, so is the left balanced with the right? The answer is no. We've got 2 chlorines on this side, but we've only got 1. So what can we do in order to get 2 chlorines on this side? So in this case, you can only put big numbers in. And what I mean by that is you put a large number in front of the whole compound, okay? So you cannot do this. You can't put a little 2 there and say, okay, now I've got 2 chlorines, it's balanced, because that completely changes the whole compound. So let me give you an example. So H2O is water. If I put a little 2 there, that compound is now hydrogen peroxide, which is bleach. So we've just gone from water to bleach, which are 2 completely different substances, because I put that little 2 in. So you can never do that. Okay, so let's rub that out. I cannot put a big number 2 in the middle of the compound. Remember, compounds are 2 or more different elements chemically bonded together. So you can't just put a big number in between the compound and separate it. They are attached, they're bonded. So the only thing you can do is put that big number 2 in front of the entire compound. Okay, now let's recount. How many NAs do I have on the right hand side? So 2 times Na. So I've got 2. The 2 means 2 times everything. Okay, not just the chlorine, it means everything, and that's why it's important you recount. Okay, so 2 times Cl gives me 2. Is the equation balanced? No, I've got 1 sodium over here, but I've got 2. So what could I do? Put a big number 2 in front of the Na. That changes it to 2. We're now balanced on the left, balanced on the right, and that's it. So it's very much back and forth, crossing it out, recounting, back and forth again if you need to. But that's it really, it's quite simple. Let's try another one then. Okay, let's try Mg plus HCl goes to MgCl2 plus H2. Okay, so let's draw my table again. So right hand side, left hand side, write out the elements first. So Mg, H, Cl. Okay, how many magnesiums on the left? 1. How many hydrogens on the left? 1. How many chlorines on the left? 1. How many Mgs on the right? 1. How many H's on the right? 2, because of that little 2 there. How many Cl's on the right? That 2, because that little 2, because it's a little one, it's only attached to the chlorine and not to the magnesium. It's only when it's the big numbers does it affect the whole thing. So we've got 2 chlorines. So what could we do on the left hand side in order to get 2 hydrogens and 2 chlorines? Put a big 2 in front of HCl. So now it's 2 times H is 2, 2 times Cl is 2, and we're balanced. That's it. Okay, right, let's do one more, and then what I'm going to do is write out a few questions for you. You can pause the video, have a go at working them out yourself, and then play the video, carry on the video, and I will put up the answers for you. Okay, so last run through, and then you can have a go yourselves. Right, Mg. Oh, sorry, no, I've just done that one. What am I doing? NaOH, sodium hydroxide, plus HCl goes to NaCl plus H2O. Okay, let's draw my table. Left, right. Let's write the elements in. NaOH, Cl. Okay. How many NAs on the left? 1. How many O's on the left? 1. How many H's? 1. Plus this one is 2. How many Cl's? 1. How many NAs? 1. How many oxygens? 1. How many hydrogens? 2. How many Cl's? 1. Is it balanced? Yes, so we don't need to do anything. Not every equation will need to be balanced. Right then. So I'm going to write out five questions for you. So number 1, Cu plus O2 goes to CuO. Number 2, Na plus Cl2 goes to NaCl. Number 3. Okay, I'm going to make it a little bit harder. Na plus H2O goes to NaOH plus H2. 4, let's get a bit harder. CH4 plus O2 goes to CO2 plus H2O. Number 5. Let's do, okay, this, I might run through this one after I've given you the answers in case you are not sure of the brackets. Okay, there you go. So if you just pause the video now, because I'm going to show you the answers soon, so just pause and have a go. Okay, so the answers then. Right, so the first one, 2 in front of the Cu, 2 in front of CuO. Okay, second one is 2 in front of the Na and 2 in front of NaCl. Number 3, it should be 2 in front of the Na, 2 in front of H2O, and 2 in front of NaOH. 4. Number 4 is actually all, oh no, it's not balanced, sorry. You just need a 2 in front of H2O. And number 5, 2 in front of H2O. So let me just quickly show you. These brackets, it's just like maths really. So that little 2 outside the bracket means 2 times everything in the bracket. So that would have meant, effectively it's CaO2 and H2. That's basically, if I was to write it out fully, that's what we're looking at here. 2 oxygens and 2 hydrogens, but the shorthand way is just to put it in brackets and put that little 2 in the corner. So hopefully you were able to work through those using the technique that I've showed you. If you're not too sure on any, have another go now that you know the answer. See if you can get that answer. And if you found this one tricky because you didn't understand the brackets, have another go at that one as well. Okay, I hope that has made you feel a lot more confident with balancing equations. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.